What's up, guys? This is Soundwave Jordan here, and I'm back once again with another video. As you guys can see from here, we have another Killer Instinct expanded story, and it's based on the one and only infamous KanRa. That's right, guys. We have the expanded story of KanRa, and I have to say this first: I am very, very late on this expanded story. Why? Well, it was like a whole bunch of gaming news going on at one time. Then we had the Transformers news going on at one time. Then we had the Killer Instinct World Cup that premiered over the weekend. It was just a lot of news, and I completely let this slip my mind. So yeah, I deeply apologize for that. I will try not for this to happen again, because these expanded stories are a bit of a long are of long articles. I want to mentally prepare myself, and voicily, that's not a word, but voicily prepare myself when reading the lores. As you guys can see from here as well, we have the Rip Tor's Killer Instinct expanded story right here. I will be doing that one next after KanRa. It won't be uploaded on the same day, however, but to guarantee that Rip Tour will be uploaded the next day, and I look forward to that. So anyways, enough of me talking. Let's get on with KanRa's Killer Instinct expanded lore, starting from here. KanRa was a vizier in the Babylonian times, an extremely handsome man with a powerful magnetism and ability to sway people's minds. His hubris led him to orchestrate a conspiracy against his monarch that involved a wealthy noble, a general, a bandit, and himself. The king, much wiser than the conspirators, was well prepared for this betrayal. He used all his powers at his disposal and the four darkest magics he could conjure to curse each of the four, damning them with unique punishments. The king utterly stripped away KanRa's ability to influence people and exiled him from the realm. Nobody would follow him ever again of their own free will. But KanRa was determined to break this curse. Desperate in his thirst for knowledge, he sought out every magician, alchemist, and mad hermit that he could find, undergoing brutal treatments, horrific surgeries, and dark, corrupting magics. In his obsessive quest, the dark arts that KanRa invoked and embraced slowly confused him. His body rotted, withered, and became desiccated, but he found he could not die. So that's why he looks so wrinkled. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. Let's scroll down. Learning of KanRa's survival and nefarious corruption, the Babylonian king sent the ancient sentient war golem Aganos to hunt him across the globe, but neither one was able to defeat the other. A recurring personal war waged every century whenever Aganos managed to track KanRa down yet again. But KanRa will always escape. Centuries went by as the search traveled the Mediterranean and Africa, always on the run, always hiding his decomposed face in rags, and using his magics to secure positions with the rulers of plethora of city-states and kingdoms, causing death and mayhem wherever he alighted. During the 4th century BC, he was serving the ruler of the Phoenician city of Tyre when Alexander the Great invaded the land and demanded to make a sacrifice inside the city's famous temple of Melkart. Here were kept two sacred and magical Egyptian daggers named Temperance and Vengeance, golden daggers that were guarded day and night by armed warriors. As you guys know, Temper and Vengeance is the weapons of Maya, so just wanted to let you guys know, for those who didn't know. But let's continue. We're right here. KanRa lusted after these weapons and knew that if Alexander saw them, he would seize them for himself. KanRa convinced the ruler of Tyre to have Alexander's envoys beheaded, causing the enraged Macedonian king to put the city under siege. After 7 months, the starved population could no longer resist Alexander's army, and the walls were breached. In the chaos of the slaughter that followed, KanRa slew the guards in the temple of Melkart, took the daggers, and escaped the city. Scroll down. The sorcery eventually found his way across the Atlantic Ocean to the New World in a remote citadel nestled deep in the Andes mountain. He used his powers to trick the people, leading them into thinking that he was a messenger of Viracocha, the Inca god of creation. The Inca worshipped the mummified bodies of their ancestors, and they so believed that KanRa was one of the forefathers come back to life. The sorcerer reigned as a petty tyrant in this little kingdom, terrorizing the locals and earning the citadel the name the Mountain of the Dead. KanRa delved deep into his studies, poring over arcane tomes that he had collected in his travels, trying to figure out a way to open the door to the astral plane, the home of celestial beings and powerful gods. He also had the fragment of a papyrus document recounting a great battle waged by creatures called Shadow Lords. The astral plane, he knew, was the key to gaining unlimited might. Centuries went by before Aghanos was able to track down KanRa, but this time the Night Guard, an Inca order of monster hunters, appeared, turning the tide of KanRa and preventing his escape. Unable to kill the sorcerer who had plagued their land and enslaved and murdered their people, the order burned KanRa alive and sealed away his corrupted ashes in a vault deep beneath the citadel. The order claimed this place as the base of operations, kept watch over the sorcerer's remains, along with his massive collection of powerful and dangerous artifacts. KanRa, unable to die, swirled for centuries as a formless dust. Over 500 years later, when Ultratech attacked the Night Guard citadel, KanRa's spirit was accidentally set free. The sorcerer fled from the temple, reforming into his current physical manifestation once again. Now he sought the power to rule the world, which he felt so rightly deserved in a new age that was unaware of his gifts and unprepared for the magics he wielded. In a quest to control the astral beings and the forces that gather beyond a portal that he finally managed to create, KanRa baited Aghanos into a final battle. Subduing the immortal machine, he tapped into its connection to the astral plane and drew tremendous energy through it, imbuing himself with enough power to create a stable connection to this other realm. Drunk on power, KanRa realized too late that the obsession to trap and control that which lay in wait on the other side of the portal was not of his own doing, for he'd been tricked into these actions by a malevolent astral entity, one of the Shadow Lords he had read long ago. It's probably Gargos, at least in my opinion. It has to be Gargos. Given a brief vision of the true power of the thing beyond, KanRa recoiled in fear, realizing that he was nothing but a speck when compared to the might that was waiting to invade the earth. Regaining his senses, he commanded all the energies at his disposal to shut the portal, but it was too late. A connection was made, and soon the Shadow Beast will come for them all. Undaunted, KanRa knows the world is not without balance, and for every evil creature and dark desire, there are opposing forces and ideas that will rise up to face such threats. He turns his attention towards finding and studying these saviors so that he can take their powers for his own, and thus subjugate all with control over both faces. He is constantly searching for rare and sacred artifacts and is always managing the symmetry between curses and boons as he seeks more power. Death is not an obstacle for him, and he believes that there will always be yet another chance to tip the scales in his favor. Well, this one was rather interesting. It seems that KanRa, well, obviously he's more of a power-hungry maniac, and he got exiled from his home. And on top of that, he went through many journeys and discovered many dark magics through a whole bunch of magicians, hermits, just a whole bunch of crazy people, and he drove himself kind of insane to the point where he's just crave and lust for power. He just wants all this power. Look at him, he's a maniac. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Hold on. Look at that smile. You could tell he's a maniac. Just look at it. But regardless, though, it's a pretty interesting story. I really did enjoy it, especially the parts with Aghanos, because Aghanos is one of my characters I do like in the Killer Instinct franchise they introduced, and it's really neat that they decided to also implement the Shadow Lords within the lore of each of these characters. Like KanRa, KanRa really thought he was like the epic guy with all these epic powers. Nah, man, nah. Gargos is that guy. You're just a mere speck, like he said. You're just nothing. You are nothing compared to Gargos. Gargos is so much stronger than you, and I'm glad KanRa actually realized that too. Like he was actually in fear, which I really like the fact they implemented that. So, guys, that's all I really have to say. Once again, my apologies for being really late on this expanded story. I will not let this happen again. The next story is Viptor. I will prepare myself for this expanded story. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys would like to leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you enjoy my content and will enjoy any other future things. I upload gaming news, and I'm currently following all Killer Instinct Expanded Season 3 stories, news, information, everything around Killer Instinct. And, if you guys want to hear all your Killer Instinct news, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It will be much appreciated. If you guys want to hear Riptor's Killer Instinct Expanded Story, hit that subscribe button as well, because that will be my next Killer Instinct video, obviously. And, with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. As always, it means a lot to me. It keeps me going. I just want to continue uploading more gaming news for you guys and for your pleasure. And it gives us all joy because we all love games in general. So thank you guys for watching once again. This is Soundwave Jordan here. Peace, late, and have a lovely day.